Welcome to CBS Easy.
All right, let's talk about the CBSE Class 10 board exams. The pressure's on, right? But what if I told you that the papers for science, social science, and even math aren't as different as they seem? Today, we're going to decode the hidden patterns that connect them all. Let's dive in.
Yeah, looking at a question paper for the first time can feel a lot like this, can it? Just a jumble of complicated stuff that seems impossible to navigate. But trust me, there's a simple, predictable pattern hiding in plain sight, and we're about to find it together.
So that's our mission today. We're going to crack the exam code. The goal is to take that feeling of confusion and turn it into total confidence by showing you the common structure that ties all these big subjects together.
It's a totally fair question. I mean, science is all about formulas and experiments. Social science is about dates, maps, and big ideas. And math? Well, math is its own universe, right? So how could they possibly follow the same rules when it comes to the exam? Well, the answer is a big, resounding yes. Even though the topics are completely different, the question papers themselves are built on a shared universal blueprint. And getting to know this blueprint is your first and maybe most important step towards acing these exams. So what does this blueprint actually look like? Let's lay it all out. We're going to put these papers side by side, and you can see for yourself just how deep the similarities run.
Okay, just look at this for a second. The consistency is pretty wild. 80 marks? Check. 3 hours? Check. It's the same across the board. The number of sections is almost identical. But here's the real kicker. The types of questions are the same. You're going to face MCQs, very short answers, long answers, and case-based questions in all of them. This is no accident. It's the pattern.
So knowing the categories is one thing, but let's take an even closer look at the questions themselves. How does a very short answer in science compare to one in social science? Let's find out. And here it is, a perfect example. On the left, we've got a 2-mark science question that's a straightforward calculation. On the right, a 2-mark social science question asking you to list key features. The subjects are worlds apart, but the task? It's exactly the same. Give a quick, precise answer that gets right to the point for 2 marks. See the pattern? Okay, but, and this is important, while the structure is similar, there are a few subtle differences you absolutely need to be aware of. And one of the biggest ones is the suggested word count for your answers. Look closely here. For a short answer question, science gives you a window of 50 to 80 words, but social science is a bit stricter, telling you not to go over 60. Now, why does this little detail matter so much? It's all about managing your time. Knowing these guidelines helps you give just the right amount of detail without getting bogged down and wasting precious minutes. And now, for the part that could really change your whole strategy. We're going behind the curtain to look at the secrets of the marking scheme. This is about getting into the mind of the person who's actually grading your paper. You know, we're always told that the final answer is everything. If you mess up that last number in a math problem or that concluding sentence in an essay, you've lost the marks. But is that really true? Is it the only thing that matters? Well, check this out. This is a direct quote from an official CBSE marking scheme. And those 2 words right there, value points, are the key. It says they're just suggested guidelines. This is a massive clue that it's not about one single correct answer. It's about hitting several key points along the way. So, what in the world are value points? Think of them like a checklist the examiner has. They are the key ideas, the steps in your math problem, or the specific key words they're looking for. Every time you hit one, you get a piece of the mark for that question. This means the journey is often just as important as the destination. So, let's nail down the big takeaways from this. First, every single step counts. You can get marks for writing the correct formula even if your final calculation is wrong. Second, use those internal choices wisely. They're your friend. Third, never ever leave an MCQ blank in Section A. There's no negative marking, so a guess is always worth it. And last but not least, please read the instructions. Okay, so we've cracked the code, we've peeked at the marking scheme. Now what do we do with all this info? Let's pull it all together into a simple winning strategy you can actually use. Here it is in just 4 steps. 1. Understand that universal blueprint we talked about. Know the structure. 2. Know what each type of question is really asking for. 3. Don't just write to answer. Write to score marks. That means aiming for those value points and keeping an eye on word counts. And 4. Put it all into action by practicing with a timer. That's how you turn this knowledge into real results. So there you have it. The pattern is there. It's not nearly as complicated as it looks. You've got the blueprint, you know the rules of the game, and you even know how you're being graded. That gives you a massive advantage. So really, there's only one question left to ask. Are you ready to go in there and ace that exam?
Thank you for watching with us. See you next time.